There he is. Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime, back for another action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the McFarlane Toys Doomslayer, specifically the Phobos version and the Doomicorn version. Yes, that's a thing. Now, if you guys didn't notice at the beginning of the video, I do not have the packaging for the Phobos version. I got this guy used, so I only have the packaging for the Doomicorn because this is the only one that I bought brand new. So anyway, let's just get right on into the packaging. And as for the packaging here on the Doomicorn box, right up top here, it's got the Doom logo. It says it has 22 points of articulation, 14 plus. It's got the big pink background with the plastic window. It says Doomslayer, Doomicorn. And then here on the side of the box, it says McFarlane Toys. It's got the Doomicorn right there. Got Doom, Bethesda. You got Doom right there. And then Doomslayer, Doomicorn, and pretty generic here. Basically, the Phobos one looked just like this, except all the pink was a bright blue, and all the images of the Doomicorn were of the Phobos version. So, not really much differences in the packaging, but you guys get the gist. Now, since I bought the Phobos version used, it did not come with any accessories, but some of the accessories that come with the Doomicorn are similar and exactly the same as the ones that come with the Phobos. Such as the Super Shotgun, which is my favorite gun from the game, and very nice painting and sculpting. It's got more of a weathering effect. It's got the little black strap right there on the back, and really solid piece of plastic here. It is very solid. Also comes with a little base right here with the Doom logo and a little peg to plug the figure in. Again, these are the versions that came with the Doomicorn, not the Phobos, but the Phobos ones are exactly the same. Sadly, though, I do not have the arm blade, which would have gone on to the Phobos version. And here's a picture of what the arm blade would have looked like. What makes the Doomicorn unique is its arm blade is meant to look like a rainbow with a nice golden wand here with the little spot with the little star at the end, because it's meant to stylize the skin. Both the Phobos and the Doomicorn are based on skins in the game, and the arm blade just easily pegs in underneath the arm, just like so. And then the Doomicorn also comes with these two accessories that are unique to the figure. It comes with this pair of wings and a tail. The tail just pegs on to this little peg right there, and then the wings go onto this tab right here. The whole assembly is self-explanatory. So, as you can see, this is what sets apart the Doomicorn from the other figure, and what at least makes it somewhat unique for this review. And yeah, so basically this one is 100% complete, but this guy is missing all of his accessories. But thankfully, since the Super Shotgun looks exactly like the one that came with him, and it actually kind of looks out of place in this one's hand, I usually just prefer to keep it out and just give it to this guy. And then I usually just, take the stand and give it to the Phobos version as well, because I actually like the Phobos version better. I'm doing a double review because these figures are basically the exact same thing, just, with minor differences between the two. So I'm just going to cover some of the differences between both of them, and then we'll cover over the articulation and everything on both of them at the same time. So let's just get right on in by starting with this guy, and then we'll talk about the differences on the Doomicorn. And just a little fun fact for you guys, I did do some research. Phobos is the name of one of the moons of Mars, but Phobos is the name of the son of the god of war. Makes sense when you consider Doom Guy's character, or the Doomslayer. And yeah, this guy is very well sculpted. The helmet has some nice black glossy there for the visor. It's got that nice little bit of silver right there. It's done out in this perfect bronze paint. Very nice painting and sculpting. This guy also has some asymmetrical design cues, but there are some parts on him that are perfectly proportioned, and he is perfectly dry brushed. There's a lot of great paint and detail on this guy. Lots of dry brushing, lots of bronze paint. He's also got the exposure of his guns right there. Very nice little detail right there, kind of referencing that old Doom box art, but he doesn't have the exposed midsection. But one other little detail I also liked that I didn't notice at first while owning this figure, on this guy's gauntlets and his boots, it's very hard to see, but he has this ever so slightly reddish tint almost like he's got stained blood on his arms. The camera can't really pick him up as well. You can just see the very subtle bits of dried blood on him. Very nice little subtle, like, detail on this figure that I did want to mention. And again, all that dry brushing on this guy is very well expertly painted and sculpted, and I really do like the Phobos version. Everything is exactly the same kind of molding and sculpting on the Doomicorn, but the paint is so significantly different. First of all, there are also some new parts. Not counting the tail, the wings, and the arm blade, there is also this little hat piece that goes on top of the head. It is glued on there. You can't take it off or anything, but, I mean, you could, but come on, it's there for a reason. But it's got the unicorn horn, which is, be careful, it's actually quite sharp. It's very stupid, but I like it. But yeah, the entire figure is picked out in this white, same glossy black on the visor. The guns are still exposed. It's got the nice bits of pink all throughout the figure. But one thing is that it's got this black wash going over it, which really picks out a lot of the expertly sculpted detail. It's got the yellow right there at the toes. And so far, the only parts that are retooled, that are remolded to make this figure new, is the parts that allow you to add on the new stuff. So, very nice figure overall. Now let's go over the articulation on both of these figures. So, the head is on a dumbbell joint, can look up and down, can rotate a full 360 and do some slight head pivoting. This piece is on a shoulder, is on a hinge, it can hinge up and down, and has a ball joint right there. Ball joint on the shoulder pads, they can shift up and down and move up and down. Shoulders can move outward that far, they can rotate forward and back. There is a slight bicep swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Ball joint at the top and the bottom of the body, so you can allow for some diaphragm pivot, arcing back, a crunch, waist swivel. Hips can move outward that far. They can kick forward. They can kick back. Upper thigh cut. Before I forget, the wrists do also hinge right here and then hinge in and out, but the joint is very stiff. 90 degrees of bend at the ratcheted knee. The ankles can rotate, pivot up and down, but they can't really pivot side to side all that great. Articulation is exactly the same on the Doomicorn, only it has an additional rotation here at the tail, and also the head cannot look up as far because of the mane right here on the unicorn hat part. So, but everything else is exactly the same. And now getting into size comparisons, I don't really have much to compare these guys with. Here's my last toy review, the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave. And then just to kind of get the point across that these guys are roughly about in the 6-inch scale, 7-inch scale, here they are with my next review, the Marvel Legends Venom. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of when that video goes up. And then just to also get the point across, there is a Black Series 6-inch size Stormtrooper, specifically the Force Unleashed version. But anyway, that's it for the comparisons. And that is basically it for my review on the McFarlane Toys Doomicorn and Doomslayer Phobos version. And yeah, I do love this figure. It does have some limited articulation, but I'm such a big fan of Doom that I just don't really care. Like, just him standing in a vanilla pose is already cool enough. So getting him in to have even just those little bits of articulation that he does have make him a very nice figure. It does kind of make me want to get the Good Smile Company Figma Doomslayer, but I'm really happy with what I do have. I am happy with the Doomicorn and this figure, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. If I had to give these figures a rating, the Doomicorn, in my opinion, gets an 8 out of 10. And then the Phobos version, I give a solid 9 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10, but the articulation could have been improved. And also I'm missing the accessories, but I still love the figure a lot. And yeah, that's basically it for my review on these guys. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more action figures and Transformers reviews. And also be sure to let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, leave a like on the video, and be sure to share the video. Thank you for watching. This has been Briximus Prime, and I'll catch you guys next time.